Welcome back to the Kickstarters channel. I have a new project I will be working on, but before we get to that, I'm going to tell a story on what brings us to this, a little story on where I came from and why I'm here now.
Put your helmet back on.
Why?
Cuz.
I'm alright.
Growing up, my dad always had something, a go-kart, four-wheeler, dirt bike, you name it. When I got old enough to start riding myself, my dad started me off on a Chinese Hawk Enduro to learn clutch, which I learned quickly since I had driven a stick shift. The guy my mom was with at the time had taken me to the AMA Vintage Motorcycle Days, the holy grail of events, where I then bought my first name brand bike and started my addiction to items with engines. Wait. Time out. I just realized while editing this video, the picture I took of my bike when I bought it, the bike behind it looks like the bike my dad used to ride. Anyways, back to the broadcast. When I got back from this event with my first dirt bike, it was the TTR 125. I stuck it next to the shed, so excited for my dad to see. I had put a little bit of money into it to fix it and make it in a good condition. I've replaced things like kickstarters, the brakes, and then I was showing David the bike. At the time, I didn't know David was into bikes as much as he was. I've been friends with him for years, and I knew he was into BMXs and mountain bikes, but I didn't know he was into dirt bikes or motorcycles. Now, David had another friend that I didn't really know. I've been around him, but I didn't know. His name was Adrian. Now, David introduced me to Adrian, and us three started riding. So I had the TTR 125, and those two would ride mini bikes. They were modified Colemans. We became like a rat pack, and we called ourselves the Kickstarters. The girl I was dating at the time, she really didn't like me riding dirt bikes. Me and her got in an argument, and I decided to go to Vintage Motorcycle Days with David and Adrian. Everything was bike related. You would wake up at 7 in the morning as an alarm clock to someone starting a two-stroke. It was gas heaven. Right after we had gotten back, before we had even unpacked, the girl I was dating, me and her got in a messy argument, and we ended up breaking up. As a result, I ended up spending so much more time with David and Adrian. We decided to start recording videos and upload YouTube videos. We had uploaded our first video December 9th, 2024. We had a massive curveball and had a hard time uploading it, and we had to screen record it because the program we were using didn't like us. Even though I was doing dirt biking, I still had a Hawk Enduro, which was street legal. The bike was made in China and it was real cheap. The frame rusted after first winter of being under an awning. So I had upgraded my bike to a 2003 Honda Shadow. It opened me up to opportunities for stuff I could do with my dad. For Father's Day, me and my dad ended up riding to a public park and kind of looking at the water. A couple people I had known from school had the Schwinn Stingray Orange County choppers. They're bicycles for kids that look like choppers. The original variation of this bike from the 70s were called the banana seat bikes. And I had loved it so much, me being younger, like a mid-teenage year, I was able to get one myself for $50 and I had put a rear fender on this bike. Over time, I ended up with more of these bikes. I ended up with 3 operational bikes and one that was like the frame with the rear wheel. It was used for parts. And I had gathered people to ride my bikes and a couple other people that had bikes of their own. We had done a group ride to a convenience store. We had planned for like an entire year and a half for this trip. When I got a little bit older, I started working full-time jobs and I was driving everywhere. I didn't ride bikes anymore. I had gotten rid of every chopper bike I had. Before I had met Adrian, he had a green chopper bike that he had put an engine onto. By the time I had met him, it was taken apart, it wasn't running, it was in his garage mixed with his other projects that are usable parts, like the three-wheeler or the Trail 70. He decided to rebuild this bike, and he made it into a chopper with a suicide shifter. He's hoping to put a Springer front end on it, but whatever his plan is, it sparked my curiosity because I remembered that chopper bike that I had, that I loved that fender so much, and it sparked joy in me, and it made me want to get another bike of my own. So I go to Facebook Marketplace, and I end up finding this deal, decently close, decent price. It's a blue frame with green flames, and I didn't even know they made that color. So I jump on this purchase, and I got me. We don't have a name yet. That's going to have to come with David and Adrian's help. I am building based off of Adrian's immaculate creation of an idea. But there's a couple features that I want to add. I know it's a little different than our normal high action videos with dirt biking or climbing, but I wanted to prep you guys for our next project and kind of know where I'm coming from. Hope you guys enjoyed today's audiobook or podcast. Stay tuned, and I'll start showing you guys videos of the bike.